I'm gonna try to sort this just mess that you created out, but first I'm gonna reply to this. Okay, so poison lefty, you took poison. Okay, why are you associating the vaccine with leftism, with the left? And if it is poison, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, why should I even take you seriously if you're even calling me a lefty? I never once. Well, you wouldn't have listened anyway because of your insanity, which I'm going to get to soon here. But your your hatred of the left. I mean, that alone just discredits you of anything. Um, but again, even if it is poison, well, I even told you before. If it is poison, then that only means that I'm going to be relieved from this world full of psychopaths like you. Crussin, whatever. If you're, oh, I'm not gonna, fuck that. What would it take to make you guys less paranoid of this vaccine? What about the option of self-injection like people do with insulin, or being allowed to take it to a lab and get it tested there? But the question is, would you trust the lab? I mean, you could see for yourself. Well, of course, you'd probably need to be educated, but the question is, again, what would it take for you guys to become less paranoid of this vaccine? That's what I'd like to know. I've seen countless fucking videos of you guys just fucking with people who wear a mask in public. You were all called Karens. There are countless fucking videos, and the one that stands out to me is the blonde dreadlock guy, the fat guy, and whatever government building that was, just screaming. How does that make you guys look? You want everybody to take you seriously. You're not doing anything for yourselves, though. Anyway, so try to get to the bottom of all this, or try to sort all this shit out. I've just eaten, so do excuse that. Okay, yeah, so right here you giving me 11 fucking replies, which I'll get to very soon here. You've also thrown a bunch of memes and sources at me, which I think I'll go over all that stuff in a separate video. This is only to. Okay, this is the root. This is from that's the opening comment. Okay, how about let's stop poisoning them with experimental shots now. I'm interested in the psychology behind everything, so my question here is, why do you want it to be poison and experimental? You say they're poison and experimental. Okay, so when is this poison supposed to take effect? From what I've learned, what you would probably consider to be or discount as fake news or whatever, propaganda, communism type shit, whatever fuck you would want to say. The shots wear off after months, which is why we had to get multiple shots. So how can there be poison in that when the vaccine only lasts for months? I've read comments from people all over the place on YouTube saying that they've gotten 8 shots or 10 shots or whatever. So I don't get it. And experimental, well, what do you mean experimental? How are they experimental? Okay, so Dr. Perry Corey, I'll get to that guy later in the next video. What does this have to do with abortion? Yeah, so I mean, the whole thread was about, Marjorie's post was about abortion. You're going on about that shit. But, no, this isn't about abortion. This is entirely different, because I get what you're saying here, killing and poisoning kids, but we're talking about the unborn. this vaccine that has nothing to do with the unborn. Okay, so you only care about kids. Adults and seniors don't need vaccines. You didn't even prove they're poisonous or experimental. You were saying pro-life only represents kids. I thought they were only about the unborn. I got two shots last summer and I'm still here. So yeah. What am I doing? Okay, so that's mine. Okay, insurance CEO telling you 40% increase. How is this proof? Can you prove this guy is credible? Why do you insist it's poison? Who? 40% increase from poison shots. 40% increase of what? You don't even know what you're talking about. What's been increased? A 10% increase is a once in a 200-year 3 sigma. What are you talking about, Crussin? Again, though, you don't even prove that this guy is credible. Follow him. He's telling you the death and injury rates of the... Why am I following him? You haven't even proven it's poison yet. Or experimental. What you should be doing is proving these people have credibility. And that these links are credible. And accurate and true, you know. You're not doing that, though. But it gets worse. Okay, follow this. Why am I to follow anybody? Crussin? Why should I take any word from you? Who the fuck are you? I mean, you've already insulted me many times. I've read some of the comments, which I'm going to get to soon here. Follow this, follow him, follow her, whatever. They're telling you it's poison. I don't care what they're saying. You haven't proven their credibility. I've never heard of Brian Tyson until you point him out here. I know of Dr. Fauci. I don't know of, who's this other guy here? Peter Graham. Peter McGann. See, I didn't even get his fucking name right the first time I said it. Okay, the Irish Light. Yeah, because I've heard of that before. And I hear it being talked about all the time on YouTube. Heart disease in children explodes since vaccine. Just because they say so and just because you're reiterating it? Okay. They gave you the video to watch. Yeah, but you didn't give me any proof of credibility. You have been poisoned. Sorry. Pfizer admitted in court. That's Pfizer. Is Pfizer the only one? Even if that's true. I mean, why single them out? Maybe because you don't have anything? Fraud. What do you mean fraud? What fraud have they committed? There's so much info out now from top doctors. Like, I've never heard of them until now. And I would have. I've heard of Dr. Fauci. I've heard of other doctors. Or have I? I've heard so much. I've never heard of this guy before. Okay, I've also heard of that guy who invented mRNA technology. You injected yourself with poison. You can't prove that. Okay, now what's... Buddy, posting constant replies like this indicates you're a lunatic, nothing more. And enjoy your poison experimental... Enjoy your poison experimental shots, whack job. See? This right there, you know, what is that? Would a doctor or somebody with any kind of intelligentsia say this to me? Or anybody else? I have you Bayer's